Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Rahmi Sapitri. I am an English teacher from SMA Negeri 2 Martapura, Banjarmasin, South Kalimantan. Now, I would like to fulfill my second assignment from the 3 days webinar, and the topic is creating global teachers with the best online teaching approach and strategies. For the first day, we got the material from Dr. Neha Jain. So it is about communication skill for tutorial seminars, mentoring, and supervision. Generally, I summarized this material into three main parts. They are the theoretical part, tips, and practical part. Now let me head down to the theoretical part. The first thing that we need to understanding is the meaning of tutorial, seminar, and mentoring itself, since they are directly related to the teaching and learning process that we are carry on with our students in the classroom. By considering the numbers of the students in our classroom, for example, we can then determine whether we are going to do mentoring or tutoring. Comprehending the models of communication is also essential. This can help us to expand our insight about which model that might be convenient with the condition of our class in order to achieve the teaching of learning goals. The understanding of this model should also be supported with the knowledge about the types of communication in interpersonal, and mass communication. By combining this to supporting theoretical knowledge, it is hoped that we are, as teachers, are able to precisely convey the messages to the target as it was expected. Secondly, the tips part. Before we start an online class, we had better consider some tips related to this activity. Here are some tips which I've obtained by following this material. There are: 1. The tips on how to improve the communication skill. 2. Tips about how to communicate properly in an online tutorial, seminar, mentoring. 3. The expectation on an ideal online classroom. 4. The tips related to an effective communication during an online classroom. And 5. The challenges and obstacles that we might encounter is an online classroom. The last but not least is the practical parts. It is concerns about how to prepare and present an online classroom. At the last part of this material, I found so many new things on how to present an ideal online classroom. Here I realized that in presenting an online classroom, we are not only expected to master the material, but also to bring good verbal and non-verbal communication. I also found out that the appearance of ourselves during an online classroom also hold an important effect. Therefore, we need to make sure that we are presenting ourselves as a prepared as proper as possible and as visually beautiful as we can. Next, we got for the second day, we got the material from Miss Arpita MP. It is about communication for feedback written and verbal for lectures, peer mentoring and reflection. Communication holds a significantly part in our daily life. It is due to the fact that per visual interaction among people always exists when they send and receive ideas, thoughts, and purposes. This interaction makes a community to last and sustain until now and many futures to come. As for the communication expected to be accurate among the people is that in which meaningful and comprehensible. A communication that is conveyed in a poor manifestation of its sentences may result in a failure of the messages to be correctly received. The receiver might fail to decode the message. Thus, he responds with an inappropriate feedback. Therefore, it is necessary to have an adequate insight about principle, boundaries, and appropriate feedback for the sake of building a good interactive communication. In the context with the teaching and learning in a classroom, feedback also provides significant influence either to its process or result. A suitable feedback is believed to be able to give a positive motivation to the student, and so does in the contrary. Therefore, it is significantly important for a teacher to precisely choose right feedback which is come along with the certain lesson context. And the last day we got the material from Miss Samriti Rai. So it is about virtual lesson and communication strategies. As the recent condition we are now facing, in which the pandemic of COVID-19 become the biggest obstacle in conducting teaching and learning process. A just resolution in educational world needs to be found in order to keep the teaching and learning process ongoing and to fulfill the student need in education. The virtual lesson come as the most effective solution for the problem. However, the virtual lesson also comes along with its own challenges. The problems might be those which come from the human resources, technical, funding, facilities, and social culture. In this third webinar session, I obtained a lot new knowledge related to many obstacles which might be found by teachers during the virtual lesson. Fortunately, here I also found the solution that might ease of the bad impact from this problem. The most interesting thing for me in this third session is that I can see so many variations which can be done by teacher to make her virtual lesson become more attractive. Some of them are done by varying the material, making the presentation more interactive, interactive. Also you need utilizing some supporting application that might help teachers to present an interesting virtual lesson for the student. After joining the webinar and considering the knowledge which I earned from it, here are things that I might do in my classroom. 1. I'm going to choose the most suitable teaching methodology for my classroom by considering the student supporting facilities and the funding. 2. I will organize the teaching contents that I'm going to present to my student. There are some preset design provided by famous vendor which I can choose from. For example, Google Classroom, etc. to help me organizing my teaching contents. 3. I will consider making an interesting instructional design by pairing the material with text, video, audio, quizzes, polling, etc. There are abundant resources in the internet which I can utilize. I can choose YouTube as the video resources, Google Form for the polling media, and Kahoot for making an interactive quizzes. 4. I will choose the most suitable e-learning software which can support me in presenting a virtual online lesson. 5. I will encourage my students to make online learning group to preserve a good communication among the member of the class. Number 6. I will always pay attention to my physical appearance during my virtual lesson. So I think that's all from me. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Bye.